Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I have a Bible journaling entry using the Wildflower Devotional Kit from Illustrated Faith. I am finally getting a chance to sit down and dive in, so I am starting on day one. I know some of you have already been working through this kit, and I have just been so inspired by your guys' entries, and I just couldn't wait any longer. I needed to dive in. So I do have a full unboxing of this kit. I'll link it down below if you want to see everything that comes in it. I believe that the physical kit is now sold out, but they do still have some of the physical items in the shop, I think, and you can still get the digital version, so you can grab that if you need be. But here I have like all the items that came in the kit. I have some extra things that I ordered from Illustrated Faith, like the Wilna stamp and the black and white florals, and I have the Horizon florals, but I also pulled out this sticker booklet from Journal Studio. I found this at Tuesday mornings, and the colors and florals in here just really pair well with this kit this month, and so I'm going to be using little pieces from here. If you haven't picked up one of these sticker booklets, these are amazing for Bible journaling. They can be pretty pricey. If you're paying full price, it's about 20 bucks. I got them for $7 at Tuesday morning, but it's got just labels. It's got tons of alpha stickers. Like, these color blocks are actually alpha stickers in these colors. You know, just it's meant kind of for planners, so they're smaller scaled stickers, which works perfect for Bible journaling. So I have that here. I'm going to use some of that. Off camera ahead of time, I got a new to me typewriter. It's vintage from the 80s. I'm so excited, and I am waiting for a new ribbon for it, but I just couldn't wait, and so I went ahead and used a Project Life card. I think this is one of the Maggie Holmes collection ones. I'll link it down below, and typed out my journaling ahead of time. So I hope that this doesn't drive you guys nuts, because I imagine I'm going to be doing tons of this in my Bible now that I have a typewriter. I just love the look of it. It's so much easier to read than my handwriting. So I went ahead and just journaled my prayer already and kind of have an idea of what I want to do on this page. So for the first day, there are 3 scriptures referenced. So I'm working in Isaiah 58:11, and it says, "The Lord will always lead you, satisfy you in a parched land, and strengthen your bones. You will be like a watered garden and like a spring whose water never runs dry." So we're talking about how God is our master gardener and how he can help us to bloom and to flourish and to thrive even in the desert seasons. And so I just journaled, like I said, a quick prayer. I'm going to put together this entry, and it shouldn't be too labor intensive, mostly using items from the kit. So let me go ahead and put you guys on fast forward, and we will get this put together. Okay, so I ended up titling this video Layered Pieces because this page is all about layering. We're going to layer Neocolor 2 crayons, paint, washi, cardstock, stickers, vellum, or not vellum, acetate, all kinds of things. So to begin with, I am using this technique that Hello Jilski shared on one of her process videos recently, where you take a wet baby wipe and pick up some of the Neocolor 2 crayons and then dab it onto your Bible page. Now, you do want to be careful with this technique in the illustrating Bible just because of the way that the pages are. If you scrub and rub too much, these pages will start to kind of fall apart. So I'm just kind of gently tapping the color onto the page. It is a lot quicker than like the smushing technique that I usually do, and it does give you a very soft look on the background. So I do have a list of color swatches for you guys over on my blog where I did the unboxing. If you're wondering what colors I'm using, I'm just using the colors from that unboxing that I did. So after I got down that greenish blue, I'm just going in and splattering a little bit of the salmon and night blue over the top, and that's going to give me that little soft bit of color behind all of my clustering that I'm going to do here. So now I can just start building up with the stickers from the kit. And again, if you don't have the physical kit, you can use the digital kit and achieve a very similar look as this. So before I stick down the sticker, I am going to go ahead and cut it in half. That way, you know, I'm not wasting it, because everything that's behind that journaling card you won't be able to see. So I can kind of fake it like I have more stickers than I actually have by cutting them in half. So at this point, I'm not sticking everything down quite yet. I'm kind of trying to imagine what my cluster is going to look like. I want to make sure I get all of the elements in there that I want. Like, I do want to have this like circle element that's part of the graphics of the kit. I kind of want to have this on every single entry that I do for this devotional. So I have the circle from the stamp set, inking it up with some Versamagic ink and just stamping it on a regular piece of cardstock. I'm going to cut this out after I've done the stamping, so I'm just going to build up this cardstock element. And then the stamp set has the word wild, and then it has all of these little subtitles that go along with the devotional days in the devotional content. So I'm going to ink up the word wild with this light blue, and then for the word flower, I had that pink pulled out, but I ended up pulling out some Distress Oxide ink in Tattered Rose instead. Now you may notice that I'm working in the new Illustrating Bible. This is now available for pre-order. My other Illustrating Bible is not full by any means. It's getting there. It is getting full, but it's not, beyond full. But I wanted to document a lot of entries for this devotional kit, and so I didn't want to run into having already journaled an entry. And I love that the colors of this kit pair well with the color of the Bible. I know that's super superficial and crazy, but I don't know, I just couldn't pass up a fresh page to work on today, so that's why I'm working in this particular one. But it is available for pre-order. I will have it linked down below for you guys. So off camera, I went ahead and fussy cut out that wild piece. I really, really wanted this piece on this page, but I kind of had some difficulty incorporating it because it made this card feel a little bit top heavy, a little wonky. And so I'm going to put another acetate piece behind there, and that does help. And I'll kind of show you in the end how I make that feel even better, because at this point it's still feeling a little top heavy. There's nothing else round on the page, so I don't know. I don't know that it was the best design choice, but I'm sticking with it. So at this point, I can start committing to things. You can see for these acetate pieces, I'm only applying adhesive to the areas that will be behind that journaling card. That way you can't see the adhesive on the see-through elements. Now, if you don't have a typewriter, don't worry. You can still pick up these Project Life color cards and hand write your journaling, or just, hand write your journaling on a piece of cardstock and cut it out and create this page. So don't feel like you have to have everything that I have to recreate something similar to this. I did decide to go ahead and pop up this wild element on some foam adhesive, because why not? In the Illustrating Bible, you've got room for that because you got that coil binding, and I love the look of having pieces kind of popped up on foam. And this is another part of that layering technique that I like doing, just having different heights, having different textures. This is kind of what helps your page look more finished, I guess a little less juvenile, I guess. If you're finishing your pages and thinking, it just doesn't feel done, maybe you just need to add more. And you can see I don't just put down one piece of washi, I layer down a second piece of washi and a couple different colors when I do my background. And here you'll see I'm using one of the labels from that sticker book. I end up using a second label. Just all of this layering kind of helps develop the page and make it look more finished, I guess. I know it's hard because it does use more product, and so you just kind of have to maybe work with what you have in your stash, and it's a great way to bust through things in your stash. If you have an abundance of labels or an abundance of washi, pull those out, layer them up, and use what you have. So off camera, I just used some of the alpha stickers from the sticker book. And then I also pulled out some Felicity Jane ones. I'll have a link down below for you guys. So my title says, "He is my master gardener." And then I had this weird empty spot there. So I'm going to go ahead and add another label sticker and then just use that for my date. This page was a little bit out of my normal formula that I use. I don't usually put the title down at the bottom like that. I usually have my journaling down at the bottom. So I really kind of did things a little bit different with this particular page today. Nearing the end here, I am going to use a tab. Now these ones that come in the kit aren't perforated this month, but you can cut them in half if you want to. I like to add mine to a piece of cardstock and then cut it out. That way I can cut the sticker in half and have two tabs instead of just the one. Since I am going to be doing a lot more than just 4 entries, I want to make sure that I have plenty of tabs for all of those. And then I'll just apply some adhesive down at the bottom there. I do like to layer some washi behind it, stick that down, layer some washi on top of it, and then I'll use the wildflower sticker from the kit there. And then I'll highlight my verse. It's Isaiah 58:11, just using some highlighter washi. I love this washi. I know that it can be a little bit pricey. When I initially looked at it, I was like, because I want to say it's around $18, $20, something like that. But you guys, I use it all of the time, and it's great because there's such a variety of colors, and it never fails. There's always a color that matches something on my page, and so it works for that. So here's where I talked about balancing out that big wild piece. So I pulled out some Amsterdam black acrylic ink. You could use watercolors or whatever, but this is kind of nice because it has a dropper. And so I can drop the acrylic ink straight from that dropper and get this big messy blobs. And then I can also go in with a paintbrush and then get little splatters. It's just a little bit quicker than using watercolors, and I haven't had any bleed through with these. And so you can see I'm kind of just using that black to help balance things out. This is going to be my final layer. So this paint is going to be on the top of everything, and it just kind of makes everything blend together and be a little bit more cohesive. I did have an issue in that bottom right hand corner where the ink was like leaking underneath that acetate piece, but it's not the end of the world. I did go ahead and set it aside to air dry just so I didn't melt everything, and that is it. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box for links to everything that I used in the entry today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.